Hello students, welcome to Onboard Digital Classes. As we are in the journey of completing important current events of 2024, we have already completed very important current events that took place in the month of January. Today, as we continue the journey, we'll complete very important current events that took place in the month of February. So if you have not seen or if you have not watched the first video, I will pin the video in the I section. Kindly, I would request all the students to please first watch the video and then you can watch this video. All right. So let's start the session by understanding what is India's position in the Global Intellectual Property Index. As you have seen, recently US Chamber of Commerce unveiled 12th edition of its International Intellectual Property Index. And in that index, Bharat secured 42nd position out of 55 countries with an overall score of 38.64%. This is a significant improvement. Having said that, if we compare Bharat with countries like United States, we see there is a huge gap. As we can see here, the performance of United States is 95.48%. Whereas if you compare that percentage with Bharat, it is only 38.64. Recently, government of Bharat has also given many patents to Indians. But still we can see that the difference is quite large and there is a huge scope for improvement. So moving ahead to the next slide. Recently in the month of February, what happened was UPI went global. That is, India has officially introduced Unified Payment Interface, that is UPI, at the iconic Eiffel Tower in Paris. As you can see here in this image, this is the Eiffel Tower and from here UPI was launched in France. Okay, and then France becomes the first European country to adopt India's UPI. Now since France being the European country, it becomes easier for the UPI to get acknowledged even by the Europeans. It's not very easy for Indian products to get accepted by the so-called elite European people or the Westerners, right? Because they feel that their products is very advanced. But now since UPI has been launched in France, even the people there are using UPI. And we all have witnessed the jalwa of UPI, haven't we? When various ambassadors from different parts of country come, especially from the developed nation, comes to Bharat, and when they see the flawlessness by which Indians are using UPI, even a sabjiwala today don't prefer cash transactions. I think we all have come across this. Nobody carries a cash today. It is all due to UPI. And UPI is getting prominent everywhere. And why is it important for Bharat to push UPI in the international market? Because it has the potential to challenge SWIFT. As you can see here in this slide, UPI challenger to SWIFT, question mark. We know that last year Bharat received highest remittances, and since we have seen how SWIFT works, we cannot really rely on SWIFT banking system. SWIFT is a banking system from where we can transfer money or we can do the international transactions, right? We have seen how SWIFT banking systems sabotaged Russia when in the past month few Russian banks were removed from the Society of World Interbank Financial Telecommunication. That is the full form of SWIFT. That is a financial system that enables seamless and speedy transmission of money across the borders. Due to Russia and Ukraine conflict, because this SWIFT system is a product of a West. So West does not want Russia to win Ukraine. What did they do is that they removed Russia from this SWIFT system. Today, all the countries are very much interdependent in each other and they are linked through SWIFT system to do their international transactions, right? So if tomorrow Bharat goes to a war with, suppose, let's say Pakistan, and if the West decides to ban Bharat from SWIFT system, then we need some alternative, right? So UPI can be that alternative. And another benefit of using SWIFT is that there is no transaction fee as compared to SWIFT. SWIFT charges at least 2 to 5% transaction fee. Okay, and therefore UPI is very much cost effective. But at the same time, there is a challenge also. What is the challenge? The challenge of reliability, right? I'm not saying that UPI is bad. You cannot rely on UPI. But as we have seen, the dominance of Europeans, they do not trust products that comes from the third world countries so easily, right? So this reliability is a very, very big factor. So it's going to be a challenge for the government of Bharat to ensure the reliability of UPI, especially to the Western nations. Okay. Moving ahead to the next slide. World largest manufacturing plant in Munda. Munda is in Gujarat. And who is manufacturing this? It is done by Gautam Adani. Now this news is not very important for us. We know that Gautam Adani led company is constructing largest copper manufacturing plant in Munda. That is the news. But more importantly, what we must focus on is which country produces highest number of copper. Okay, that is where the question is framed by the UPSC. As you can see here, the highest ranked country that produces large number of copper is Chile. They are producing 5.62 million metric tons. Okay, followed by Peru, China, Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, and finally USA. These are the top 5 countries that produces copper in large scale. So UPSC forms question from this part, not this part. This part is important because this part is in news. From this news, UPSC picks questions and from frame question from this part. Okay, so this is important. Next is Kingling Station. China has inaugurated its newest Antarctic research station, the Kingling Festival, situated in Inexpressible Island in the Ross Sea. Okay, we have to know the location also. Now the location of Ross Sea is in Antarctica. This is one point that you must remember for preliminary examination. The location of Ross Sea. Okay, this marks China's 5th research station in Antarctica. So, Kingling Station is the 5th station of China in Antarctica. Okay, that is one fact that you must remember. How many stations Bharat has? Bharat also has 3 research stations in Antarctica. What are they? They are Dakshin Gangotri. This is one. Second is Maitri. And third is Bharati. Okay, Bharat has 3. That is Dakshin Gangotri, Maitri, and Bharati. These are the research stations of Bharat situated in Antarctica region. Okay. So moving ahead to the next slide. Malta, a member of ISA. ISA means International Solar Alliance. If you see in the map, Malta is very small country here, right? The south of Italy. Malta. It's a very small country, but it's a very significant one. As you can see here, Malta, a small yet significant player in the global arena, recently took a remarkable step towards sustainable energy by joining the ISA, International Solar Alliance. But what we must know is, what is International Solar Alliance? International Solar Alliance is an alliance of more than 120 signatory countries. By the way, if you can see in this image, Italy, right? You can see here, this is Malta and this is Italy, where Giorgia Meloni comes from, is also part of International Solar Alliance. All right. So I just forgot that. Anyway, moving ahead to International Solar Alliance, what it is? It's a alliance of more than 120 signatory countries. Okay, 120 countries have already signed. Okay, most being a sun-sign countries. Sun-sign countries means those countries that lies between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. As we know, this is the country. So these are tropical zones, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn, right? So the countries falling in this zone are called sun-sign countries, which lie either completely or partly between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn. One thing you must remember is that the countries that don't fall in the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn can also join International Solar Alliance. All right. So International Alliance was a joint effort by India and France. So both India and France, under the leadership of India and France, International Solar Alliance took place. Okay. Against its efforts against climate change through deployment of solar energy and solutions. Climate change is a very big factor today, right? Today we are in the month of November. And in the month of November, you can see me just wearing one shirt. So we can feel the impact of climate change, right? And the headquarters of International Solar Alliance is in Gurugram, Haryana. Okay, and you can see here International Solar. This is the logo of International Solar Alliance. And next is Kaan. Kaan is the 5th gen aircraft of Turkey. As you can see here, this is the Turkey aircraft, which is the 5th generation. By the way, in my language, Kaan means ear, E-A-R, ear. Okay, but here is the 5th generation aircraft of Turkey. By the way, Turkey recently changed its name, right? Turkey recently changed its name to Turkey. Why? Because Turkey felt like a duck that normally people eat, right? Duck, D-U-C-K, duck that normally people eat during Halloween festival, isn't it? So the Erdogan, the prime minister, the premier of Turkey, he decided to change the name to Turkey. Okay, anyway, Turkey celebrates a milestone achievements as its first fifth generation aircraft. No matter if we are making fun of Turkey right now, but you see, they have done, they are actually celebrating this milestone. Why? Because they have achieved its first fifth generation aircraft, whose name is Khan, as successful completes its inaugural flight. They have also taken the inaugural flight also. Okay, it's a significant advancement in country's military capabilities. Okay, what about Bharat? Has Bharat got any fifth generation aircraft today? Let's see in the next slide. Bharat unfortunately does not have fifth generation aircraft. Okay. India is in the development stage and they are developing MCA. MCA means what? Advanced Medium Combat Aircraft. They are developing this. Okay. And it is expected that by 2028, first prototype is expected. This project aims to develop advanced medium combat aircraft, a stealth aircraft capable of carrying a significant weapons load. Fifth generation aircraft means what? It has the capability of stealth. Stealth means stealth. Stealth. What does this mean? It means that radar cannot catch you, right? And in this year, in 2024 prelims question paper, this question had come. Consider the following aircraft. One is Rafale, second is MiG-29, third is Tejas Mark 3, third is Tejas Mark 1, sorry. How many of the above are considered fifth generation fighter aircraft? This was the question. And the option was only one, only two, all three, and none. What do you think the answer to this question is? The answer is none. Because till today, Bharat does not have any fifth generation aircraft. It is sad news, but we are working on it. But eventually, it's going to take some time. Turkey, though, is way ahead of us with respect to fifth generation aircraft. Okay. And also one thing to worry is Pakistan is purchasing defense drones from Turkey. In the field of drones, Turkey is way far advanced than that of Bharat. Okay. Anyway, recently there was a Diamond Jubilee celebration of Supreme Court. Diamond Jubilee is completion of 75 years. Okay. And who inaugurated Diamond Jubilee? That is Prime Minister of Bharat, as you can see here in this image. Okay. The retired Chief Justice of India is also here. He is already retired now, right? Now, please, in the comment box, I would request all the aspirants who are watching this video, who is the current CGI of Bharat. Please comment down in the comment box. And since this year Supreme Court is celebrating Silver Jubilee, it is important for us to know everything about Supreme Court. Okay. Anyway, before that, we move ahead. So what was the overall crux of that inauguration? We'll see in this slide. First, Prime Minister of Bharat said that citizen-centric technology initiatives, PM Modi launched Digital Supreme Court, DGSCR, and the new bilingual website. He launched bilingual website. That is one point. Second, he said about upholding freedom of expression, personal freedom, and social justices. That is another thing that he highlighted. Third, he highlighted was the current economic policies and laws are pivotal for shaping India's future. It's very important. Pivotal means important, extremely important. Okay. Fourth is e-courts mission. E-court, that is electronic courts mission projects to make justice accessible even in remote areas. Today we see, justice is not very accessible today. It's very difficult to get justice because it is not accessible. So he actually emphasized that we must work on making justice accessible even in remote areas. All right. Third, he talked about utilizing AI. Yes, we all hear about AI today, and future is definitely going to be AI. Use of AI for real-time transcription, translation into local languages, and also this current government is focusing in local languages pretty much as compared to previous governments. And also it's important to promote our local languages also, right? And next is modernizing laws. We know how laws of Bharat is garbage today, right? Some of the laws are absolutely garbage. We don't require that. And it is not really aligned to contemporary practices, as you can see here, right? Efforts to modernize laws, aligning them with contemporary practices. It's important, it's the need of the hour. Okay. And the last one is collective responsibility. The Prime Minister emphasized the collective responsibility of citizens towards achieving India's vision to becoming a developed nation by 2047. Prime Minister of Bharat has given a lecture to all the Bharatiyas that we must all work together in order to make Bharat a developed Bharat by the year 2047. So anyway, as we were discussing, that it's important for us to know about everything about Supreme Court, because again 75th year anniversary, right? So I've got some important things to remember about Supreme Court. First, these are the small things, but we tend to forget these things. Okay, we definitely will study about Supreme Court in detail, but this is not a platform, right? We are discussing the current affairs, so it's not really feasible for me to discuss everything about Supreme Court in this slide. Okay, but we'll definitely discuss about Supreme Court in detail, but these are some minor details that we tend to miss sometimes. So that's the reason why I bought. First and foremost, the Supreme Court was established on 20th January 1950. That is 2 days after India became a sovereign democratic republic, after 26th January 1950, right? And what are the articles? Articles is 124 to 147 and part 5 of the Constitution. This is something that you must know, okay, learn by heart. And there are various writs which is issued by Supreme Court, for instance, habeas corpus, mandamus, prohibition, certiorari, and quo warranto. So we have to know the definition of all this also, right? And also there are many procedures of how CGI is appointed, what is collegium system. These are all the things that we are supposed to study about Supreme Court when we are studying Supreme Court. Okay, we'll do that in detail, but not today. Anyway, moving ahead, EDCIL Vidyanjali Scholarship Program. This is a program of Ministry of Education. And Ministry of Education, Dharmendra Pradhan recently started EDCIL Vidyanjali Scholarship Program. This program is aimed in making it easier for students who don't have much money to get good education, right? It follows the National Education Policy goals to make education available to everyone. It's a very good positive initiative taken by the government of education, taken by the government of Bharat, that is Ministry of Education. Just things to keep in mind. Tamil Nadu achieves record with highest number of Ramsar sites in India. Total, there are now 16 Ramsar sites only in Tamil Nadu. How many total Ramsar sites in India? Please comment in the comment box. Okay, what are those two Ramsar sites? One is Longwood Solar Reserve Forest in the Nilgiris. Second is Kairavati Bird Sanctuary in Ariyalur. So these are the two Ramsar sites in Tamil Nadu. Okay, what is a Ramsar site? Ramsar sites are wetlands. International Wetland Day also we celebrated, right? We celebrate International Wetland Day also. So, Ramsar sites are wetlands of international importance designated under the Ramsar Convention. Okay, an international treaty for conservation of sustainable use of wetlands. How wetlands can be used sustainably. There was a conference in Ramsar. So, Ramsar sites are those sites that we protect under Ramsar Conventions. It is the wetlands that we protect. And in this slide, you're supposed to know about these two. Longwood Solar Reserve Forest and Kairavati Bird Sanctuary. Okay. UPSC can give this in match the following also. You're supposed to match with the state. Child protection measures. In a concerted effort to fortify child protection measures, the Ministry of Women and Child Development. Ministry is also very important. We normally tend to neglect these small details, right? But it's important for us to know the ministry also. Has pioneered the development of two pivotal portals. They have developed two important portals. What are those? One is the Track Child portal, where you can track your child if the child is lost. Okay. And the other one is Ghar, G-H-A-R, Ghar. What is the full form of Ghar? Go home and reunite. Go home and reunite. It's a portal. So these platforms play a crucial role in tracking missing and found children, enhancing restoration and repatriation process, and safeguarding the welfare of vulnerable minors under the purview of juvenile justice system. So it's also a very important initiative taken by the Ministry of Women and Child Development. Next is the status report of snow leopards in India. Very important. Very important. One of the most important slide of today. Why? Because It is the first ever scientific exercise of snow leopard. Scientific exercise to access the population of exclusive species in the country. This program was coordinated by Wildlife Institute of India, WII. And the states where maximum number of leopards were found, one is in Ladakh, 477 snow leopards, followed by Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, Jammu and Kashmir. Even in Sikkim we find 21 snow leopards. Next is India's logistics performance. Bharat has significantly improved its logistics performance, right? And it's a report which is given by the World Bank. Important thing to remember. World Bank. Logistic performance is given by World Bank. What does it say? India has significantly climbed in the logistics performance index, securing 38th position out of 139 countries according to the World Bank report. Why is this report important? What happens if India improves in logistics performance? It's directly linked to cost of production. If logistics performance increases, cost of production decreases because there are better roads, better facilities. The product is reached to the particular place in proper time. There are various factors involved, and if Bharat is able to increase its logistic performance, it's good for Bharat and it's good for the economy of Bharat. So we must always continue to build the logistics, right? We have seen today how Nitin Gadkari sir is really working very hard to make better infrastructure, better roads. If there are better roads, there are better transfer facilities. We have seen dedicated freight corridors. There's a low possibility of the product getting spoiled and rotten because of the dedicated freight corridors. Yes. And as a result, we can see this kind of positive results. Okay, Bharat need to improve much more. It's not that we have improved. Yes, we definitely have improved, but there is always a scope for more. Moving ahead, Sada Tansik. What is this? It is again important because it is the inaugural joint military exercise Sada Tansik between armies of India and Saudi Arabia in the state of Rajasthan. It is important because it is again inaugural joint military exercise between India and Saudi Arabia, as you can see here in this image. Okay, nothing much to understand here, just we must know that Sada Tansik is a military exercise. Okay. Knight of Lion of Honor. It's a very difficult pronunciation because it's a French pronunciation. This is an actual pronunciation, that is, you can see here, Chevalier de la Legion of Honor. And I think that is how you're supposed to pronounce. I don't know. Anyway, we'll pronounce this as Knight of the Lion of Honor. Who received this? We can see here, the favorite of all MPs. Okay, Shashi Tharoor. He received the Knight of Lion of Honor. It is the highest military award of France. And he got that for his lifelong dedication to fostering global understanding and his significant service to India and the world at large. So that is why he received this award from France. Next is diminutive dragon. This again is important because this comes under species in news section. Okay, last time we had done one plant. Remember, if you have watched yesterday's video, we have done one plant. What is the name of that plant? Again, request you to comment on the comment box if you have watched the video. Next is diminutive dragon. Scientists discovered new kangaroo lizard species, Agassiya gamma, age in Western Ghats. It's also known as Agassiya gamma. Agassiya gamma. And my pronunciation may not be very good. Okay, please forgive me for that. And what is the significance of this lizard? It has a reduced fifth toe. Okay, it's not that it does not have a fifth toe, it has a reduced. So as a result, what it cannot do is that it cannot climb terrestrial habitats. They are poor climbers. Next is TESS, TESS. TESS, full form of TESS is transiting exoplanet survey satellite. As you can see here in this image, this is TESS, transiting exoplanet survey satellite, discovering new Earths and super Earths in the solar neighborhood. Okay, what it does is that it discovered a super Earth which is located in the habitable zone. Habitable zone is a place where one can actually reside. That means it's a place conducive to for the species to grow, habitual. Okay, offering tantalizing possibilities for the condition conducive to life. Okay, so this satellite actually found out an exoplanet wherein one can actually go and reside. There is a habitable condition for life, and this satellite is of NASA. That is also one thing you must remember, NASA. The next is Gyanpith Award. Gulzar and Jagadguru Rambhadracharya awarded prestigious Gyanpith Award 2023. As you can see here in this image, Jagadguru Rambhadracharya, he is blind. He is the founder and head of Tulsi Pit in Madhya Pradesh. And as you can see here in this image, he is Gulzar. He is an Urdu poet, writer and director in Bollywood movies. So basically, both of them received a very prestigious Gyanpith Award 2023. And before ending today's session, let's solve 2024 prelims question. One question from prelims. Okay, let's solve that. Is it visible? Yes. Okay. Who is the following of the author of the books The Indian Way and Why Bharat Matters? This is the question that came in the year 2024. And why did I choose to bring this question? I chose to bring this question because UPSC never asked this question prior to 2024. This type of questions normally you see in one-day examinations, right? SSC, CGL, sometimes in state PCS, but not in UPSC. But if anybody is saying that you can predict UPSC, then I'm sorry, you are wrong. You cannot predict UPSC. Many students, many of my friends did not do this question because nobody studies this type of questions for UPSC. But there is the question, as you can see here. This is a very simple question, but still many aspirants did not do this question. What is the question? Who is the following of the author of the books The Indian Way and Why Bharat Matters? Easy question, easy answer. Answer is Subramaniam Jayasankar. Dr. Subramaniam Jayasankar. So let's end today's video with this slide, and I would thank everybody whoever have watched this video till now, right? And also I would request you, if you have watched the video till now, to subscribe the video, like the video, share, and also comment. All right. And I will see you in the next class. Thank you so much.